What if you could speak English so naturally that everyone thinks you were born with it? Stay tuned, because this lesson will unlock that confidence in you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ank's English, your ultimate hub for mastering English in a fun, practical, and engaging way. I am Ank, your host for today's lesson, and I am absolutely pumped to have you here. If you are new to Ank's English, let me share that we drop a brand new English lesson every single day to help you skyrocket your skills. Today, we are diving deep into a treasure chest of everyday English phrases that will make your conversations flow effortlessly. Whether you are chatting at a cafe, texting a friend, or navigating a busy workday. These are the expressions native speakers use without thinking, and by the end of this lesson, you will have a collection of them to sound confident, natural, and fluent in any situation. Plus, I have packed this lesson with fun practice activities to ensure you are not just listening, but actively speaking like a pro. So grab a pen and notebook, get comfortable, and let us transform your English. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to Ank's English and tap the bell icon so you never miss a daily dose of English awesomeness. Ready? Let us dive into the world of fluent English. Speaking English fluently is not about wrestling with complicated grammar or memorizing long vocabulary lists. It is about mastering simple, everyday phrases that native speakers use naturally in daily life. These expressions make conversations feel warm, connected, and smooth, whether you are ordering food, catching up with friends, or collaborating at work. When you weave these phrases into your speech, you will stop translating in your head and start expressing yourself with ease, sounding like you have been speaking English forever. Today, we will explore a wide range of practical phrases, practice them in real-life scenarios, and give you the tools to shine in any conversation, from casual chats to professional settings. Let us kick things off with greetings, the spark that ignites most conversations. Try a phrase like, "Hey, how's it going?" It is a relaxed, friendly way to say hello, not a question that needs a detailed answer. You might hear it when meeting a friend at a park or texting after a long day. A simple response like, "Just chilling, you?" or "All good, what about you?" keeps the vibe light and the chat flowing. Another great option is, "How's everything?" A bit more polite, but still casual. You might hear this from a coworker, a neighbor, or even a barista. Respond with "Doing great, thanks." Or "Not much, just taking it easy." These openers create a welcoming tone and make people feel at ease talking to you. Now imagine you are on a phone call and someone asks for details you need a moment to find. Instead of staying silent or saying "hold on," which can feel a bit sharp, try "one moment, please," or "let me check that for you." These phrases are polite, professional, and show you are engaged while buying you time. For example, if a colleague asks for a project update, you might say, "One moment, let me pull up the file." It is smooth and keeps the conversation moving naturally. When sharing your thoughts, you want to sound confident yet approachable. Phrases like, "It seems to me," or "in my view," let you express opinions without coming on too strong. If a friend says the new restaurant in town is overrated, you could reply, "It seems to me their food is decent, but the prices are a bit steep. If you are unsure, try perhaps, or I'm not certain." These keep your tone open and encourage others to share their perspectives, making conversations feel collaborative. To show you are listening and care about what someone is saying, use short phrases like, "I understand," or "that makes sense." Imagine a friend explaining why they missed a meetup. "My car broke down last minute." You could respond, I understand, hope everything is okay now, or "Gwr." That makes sense. Stuff happens. These brief replies show empathy and keep the conversation connected without needing long responses. Suppose someone suggests grabbing dinner at 6 p.m. instead of a stiff, okay, sounds perfect, or I am in. These phrases show enthusiasm and agreement, keeping the vibe upbeat. If a friend texts, can we push it to 7? You might reply, that works. Just let me know when you are heading over. These quick, friendly exchanges are the backbone of daily chats, and practicing them will make your English feel like second nature. Let us try a practice story to lock these in. You are texting a friend to meet for a movie. You ask, free at 6 p.m.? They reply, got delayed. Can we do 7? You say, no problem, 7 is great. Text me when you are close. They respond, will do. See you soon. You finish with awesome? Catch you then. This exchange is natural and uses phrases you hear every day. Try practicing it out loud, swapping details like the time or place. Say, a park at 5 p.m. or a cafe at 4 p.m. to make it your own. This kind of practice helps your brain internalize the phrases for real-life use. Let us keep the momentum going with more everyday expressions. A super versatile phrase is, let me know. Use it when you want someone to update you later. If a friend is unsure about joining a game night, you could say, take your time, let me know when you decide. Or if you are helping with a task, try let me know if you need anything. It is polite, open, and keeps communication flowing. Another gem is keep me updated. This means share the latest news. If a coworker is organizing a team outing, you might say, that sounds fun. Keep me updated. It shows interest and encourages them to share more. If you are running behind, instead of a blunt, I am late, try I'm a bit delayed, be there soon. It is softer and more common in daily speech. For example, stuck in traffic? Text, I am a bit delayed, there in 15 minutes. When plans shift, phrases like, can we shift it? Or mind rescheduling show respect for the other person's time. If a friend wants to meet but you are swamped, you could say something came up. Can we shift it to tomorrow? It is courteous and keeps the conversation positive. Here is another practice story. You are confirming dinner plans with a colleague. You text, still good for 5 p.m.? They reply, work ran over, can we do 6? You say, totally fine, 6 works. Let me know if anything changes. They answer, thanks, will do. You finish with great, see you then. This smooth exchange uses phrases you can adapt to any plan-making scenario. Practice it with different details, like a lunch at 2 p.m. or a coffee at 3 p.m. to make it feel natural. Now let us dive into polite requests, which are key for sounding professional and friendly. Instead of saying, do this, use could you or would you mind. In a meeting, instead of pass the notes, try, would you mind passing the notes? It is much friendlier. At a store, you might say, could you check if this comes in blue? These soften your requests and make you sound courteous. When offering help, phrases like, need any help? Or want me to pitch in are warm and natural. If a friend is juggling heavy bags, you could say, need any help with those? If they accept, they might say, that would be great, thanks. If they decline, they could reply, thanks, I am okay for now. These exchanges build rapport and make your English feel authentic. Here's a quick scenario. You are at a friend's place, and they are struggling with a bulky package. You say, let me help with that. They reply, thanks, it is heavier than I thought. You respond, no problem, glad to assist. This simple interaction uses everyday phrases that make you sound like a native speaker. To agree or disagree naturally, skip plain yes or no. For agreement, try absolutely or I am with you. If a friend says, this park is perfect for a picnic, you could reply absolutely, let us plan one. For disagreement, soften it with I see your point, or fair enough. But if someone says, we should finish this task today, you might say I see your point, but splitting it over 2 days might work better. This keeps the tone respectful and conversational. When wrapping up a chat, avoid abrupt endings. Try I should get going, but let us talk soon, or great catching up, talk later. After a call, you might say, all right, I will let you get back to your day. See you soon. It is warm and keeps the connection alive. Let us practice a closing dialogue. A coworker says, I have a meeting to run to. You reply, no worries. Great chatting. Let us catch up tomorrow. They say, definitely, see you then. This polite exit uses natural phrases you can use anywhere. Now let us explore filler words. Phrases like well, or honestly that give you a moment to think. They are super common in spoken English. If someone asks your opinion on a movie, you might say, well, honestly, it was pretty fun, but a bit long. These fillers make your speech relaxed and less robotic. In professional settings, modal verbs like could, would, or might add polish. Instead of friend, send the report, say, could you send the report when you have a moment? At a meeting, you might ask, would you mind sharing your input? These make you sound professional and approachable. Here is a workplace dialogue. A colleague says, could you review this draft by tomorrow? You reply, absolutely, I will have it back by noon. They respond, thanks, perfect. This exchange is polite and uses common office phrases. For small talk, master openers like nice weather, right? Or got any weekend plans? These start chats easily. At a cafe, you might say, this place is always packed. The person next to you might reply, yeah, but their coffee is worth it. You could continue, same here. It is my favorite spot. This light chat builds confidence in casual settings. Let us try a small talk scenario. In an elevator, you say, busy morning, huh? The other person says, tell me about it. I am swamped. You reply, I feel you. I am ready for a break. This quick exchange is perfect for practicing fluent English. When expressing feelings, skip plain I am happy for phrases like I am thrilled or I am feeling a bit off. If a friend asks how you are, you might say, I am thrilled, just got great news. Or if tired, I'm feeling a bit drained today. These add depth to your speech. Here is an emotional dialogue. A friend says, I got into my dream school. You reply, that is amazing, congratulations. They say, thanks, I am so excited. You respond, you should be, let us celebrate. This shows how to react warmly and naturally. For daily routines, use linking words like then, after that, or usually to sound smooth. Instead of I wake up and work, say I usually wake up at 7, grab a coffee, then start work. After that, I relax with a movie. This makes your speech flow naturally. Here is a routine dialogue. Someone asks, what is your day like? You reply, I am up at 6:30, go for a walk, then work from home. Evenings are for reading or cooking something special. They say, sounds full. You respond, yeah, but I enjoy the routine. This paints a clear, fluent picture of your day. Let us add another layer with phrases for shopping, a common daily activity. Whether in a store or online, phrases like, how much is this? Or do you have this in another size? Are super practical. Instead of, I want this, try, I will take this one, or I'm looking for something casual. These sound polite and natural. For example, at a clothing store, you might say, I'm looking for a jacket, something light for fall. The assistant might reply, we have some great options over here. What size? You respond medium. Any in dark green? This exchange is simple but builds confidence in real-life situations. Here is a shopping dialogue. You say, "Hi, I am looking for a pair of shoes, something comfortable for walking." The assistant replies, "Sure, we have some new arrivals. What size are you?" You say, "Size 8, maybe in black." They respond, "Let me check the stock." You finish with, "Thanks, I appreciate it." This scenario uses phrases you can adapt for any shopping trip. Another everyday situation is ordering food. At a restaurant or cafe, phrases like, "Can I see the menu?" or "I will have the chicken sandwich" are common. You might also say, "What do you recommend?" or "This looks delicious," to keep things friendly. These make dining experiences smoother and more enjoyable. Here is a restaurant dialogue. The waiter says, "Welcome, are you ready to order?" You reply, "Yes, I will have the pasta, please, with a side salad." "Can I get an iced tea too?" they ask. "Any dressing for the salad?" You say, "Just olive oil, thanks." "Can we get the bill later?" This exchange is natural and works in any dining setting. For transportation and directions, phrases like, "How do I get to the station?" or "Is this the way to the park?" are lifesavers. When giving directions, try Sam. Take the next right, or "It is just around the corner." These are practical for travelers or city life. Here is a directions dialogue. You ask, "Excuse me, how do I get to the library?" They reply, "Go straight for 3 blocks, then turn left. It is next to the bank." You say, "Thanks. That helps a lot." This short exchange builds fluency for navigating real-world situations. When making plans, use inviting phrases like, "How about we?" or "Want to join us?" instead of "Let us meet." How about we grab coffee at 3? If a friend asks about your weekend, you might say, "I'm thinking of checking out a new museum. Want to come?" These sound friendly and natural. Here is a planning dialogue. You say, "How about we hit the beach this Saturday?" Your friend replies, "Sounds awesome. What time?" You say, "Around 11 a.m. I will check the weather and let you know." They respond, "Perfect. Keep me updated." This is a classic way to make plans fluently. You have just unlocked a massive toolbox of phrases to make your English stand out in any situation. Fluency is not about perfection. It is about confidence, connection, and expressing yourself clearly. Practice these phrases daily, speak them out loud, and do not fear mistakes. They are your stepping stones to mastery. Try using 5 new phrases each day, and in no time, you will be chatting like a native. To make it stick, listen to English podcasts, watch shows with subtitles, or repeat phrases you hear around you. Write down 1 new expression daily and use it in a sentence, like "I'm thrilled to learn English for a happy moment," or "I am a bit delayed for a late arrival." This small habit will transform your fluency fast. Thanks for joining me on Angst English today. If you loved this lesson, smash that subscribe button and tap the bell icon to get daily English lessons delivered straight to you. Drop a comment below with your favorite phrase from this lesson or a situation where you will use it. I cannot wait to hear from you. Keep practicing, stay confident, and I will see you in the next lesson.